What's up, guys? Orca's here, and today I'll finally be talking about the double feature Bad Batch episodes. I didn't get around to doing the video yesterday. I was feeling really under the weather. I feel like I could have if I really wanted to, but I just didn't really want to because of the sickness. I had to take one of my classes off because I just was not feeling good. So I just took kind of the whole day to rest, and I was able to go to class today, but enough talking about my life. Let's talk about the Bad Batch episodes. So I really enjoyed these last two Bad Batch episodes. Definitely the best of the show so far, and this is a good sign. Like it seems every episode is better than the next, which is a good sign. It's been like that for like the last 4 or 5 episodes, so it's really cool to see that. I hope it continues that way because I'm really liking how it's picking up. We're getting a lot more into the story, and just seems like the action's really picking up. So we kind of start out. Senator Chuchi meets with Confederate Senator. I forget his first name, but his last name is Singh. And looks like they're kind of like it's kind of like the start of the building blocks of the rebellion. Uh, Senator Chuchi talks with Singh about them meeting and like working together and like starting something to fight against the Empire, and it's just really cool to see. Uh, I really like that, and it kind of goes back. Like we haven't seen Senator Singh since the first season. We saw Chuchi in 2 episodes last season, and how we see them both together working together. So that's really cool to see. I wonder how that'll pay off by the end of the season if they so wish to continue that story, or maybe another show about that with them in it. But we'll see. We saw Rex obviously was covering for them. Like he was it was him and like a little security force with them, and then um, sorry, my cat. Um, yeah, just a little security force protecting them. But then we see a clone assassin go after them. Rex obviously protects all of them. Hauser's able to stun the guy, and then they bring them back to their base on Teth. Yes, Teth is back. We haven't seen Teth since, well, I guess Ahsoka during the episode 5 flashbacks, but we haven't seen Teth in animation since the first Clone Wars movie, which I actually recently did watch, so it was pretty fresh on my mind. It's cool that they made Teth their base. I thought that was really cool. So anyway, they get more extractions on the clone assassin. They can't get him to talk, but they get his puck. And yes, he was after Senator Chuchi and Singh, but they see another person on that, and that is Omega. So they see Omega is also on the puck, and so they contact the Bad Batch to let them know that Omega is under attack and is being tracked by the clone assassins. So the Bad Batch then come to Teth with them, and Hauser is now very excited to see Crosshair. If you guys don't remember, in season 1, Crosshair arrested Hauser, and a lot of Hauser's men were arrested too, and even killed because of Crosshair and his doing so. Hauser really doesn't like him, but they gotta work together, so they do. Um, they have a little conversation about the clone assassins, and Crosshair realizes that because Crosshair was in that program, but they failed to like convert him really. So they Crosshair says that, well, we're not gonna be safe for long because the clone assassins track each other. So like the Empire can track everything clone assassins can do, and the clones don't have like the technology to remove the trackers off of them, because Hemlock is smart enough to do that, because they wiped the clone assassin down, didn't find any trackers, but apparently the tracker can't be detected by the clones. Hemlock did something with those which make them really advanced. So another clone assassin is hired to silence the other assassin, and then he's going to be after Omega as well. So the Bad Batch, along with Rex and all of them, are in big trouble. So then the clone assassin arrives. He wipes out the other assassin. We get a little standoff, and unfortunately, Fireball goes down. Rest in peace, Fireball. And then we get into the next episode. And the next episode, oh wait, I almost forgot. At the end of the episode, we see my boy Commander WOLFFE. Yes, we finally see Commander WOLFFE in action for the first time since Star Wars Rebels, which I can't remember, was the finale 2017 or 2018? Well, it's either been 6 or 7 years since we've last seen Commander WOLFFE, and it's just really good to see him again. Commander WOLFFE is one of my favorite clones for sure. He's guaranteed top 10, and man, the shadow of him and then seeing him, oh man, it was great. And then he's even better next episode. I love WOLFFE. So in the next episode, the Batch and them are able to get away from the clone assassin. Fireball again is dead, along with a lot of other clones that were in the standoff against the assassins. The assassins are really good. They are trained really well. They can fight against basically even the most experienced clones, as we see later on. But now the Bad Batch needs to figure out how to escape because the assassin is still alive and hunting them. So they are able to get away. Crosshair has a little bit of a standoff. His hand, he cannot snipe as well, so he uses an explosive round on his sniper, able to distract the clone assassin. They're able to get away on the ship, but then the clone assassin is able to snipe out the engines or engine boosters or whatever, and they have to crash land. So the clone assassin wipes them out. They're not able to escape the planet. So WOLFFE then arrives, and I love WOLFFE because he gets so pissed at the clone assassin for jeopardizing their lives and stuff. And earlier he was pissed at the clone assassin because he was mad that the whole place is in flames, and he's like, what are you doing? We're trying to bring the target in alive. Are you trying to kill her? Because they're trying to get Omega. Now WOLFFE is on the case to capture Omega. He's like, are you stupid? And he's also on edge because he sees that clones are there and dead. So he's like, why are we going after clones? Like, why are there clones here? These guys are one of us. Why are we hunting clones? Or, yeah, why are they here? So he's pissed at the clone assassin for what he's done already. And I love me a little grouchy character like WOLFFE. He's awesome. But then the Bad Batch is trying to escape through the forest. I forgot to mention Echo went to go pick up Gregor after he dropped them off on Teth, and now he's coming back to rescue them. So they're walking to like a ledge that Echo can get on, then they can escape. And while they're doing that, after the crash land, Crosshair he's really protective of Omega now. He's grown to like her a lot. And Omega's like, you're starting to be like Hunter. And Crosshair's like, oh, I'm much worse than Hunter. I'm way more protective of you than even Hunter is. Because I'm the only one that seems to have sense that you're a child and you should not be doing these kind of missions. Like, I love Crosshair too. It's just great. And then Hauser kind of sees that and is like, you're different than when we met on Ryloth. You seem to have changed. And Crosshair kind of goes on a reason why he's changed. Is like he was a loyal soldier, but to the Empire, loyalty meant nothing to them. So he realized he was expendable. And that's why he left, because they didn't care about him. They didn't care about his loyalty and his service to them. He was just another clone or another expendable soldier to them. Like, they didn't care, so that's why he left, and Hauser respects that. Then the clone assassin and WOLFFE and the gang are on their tails. The clone assassin always seems to be ahead. And unfortunately, we lose Nemik as well. We lose Fireball and Nemik. Very sad stuff to see. Unfortunate. Rest in peace, Fireball and Namek. Good soldiers, good clones. Didn't deserve to go out like that. But that's the price of war, as Rex says later. But now they're trying to escape. Echo's on his way, but Crosshair decides to outlast the clone assassin and lets the other people like Rex and them, Hauser and the Bad Batch, escape to a different place, and Crosshair draws out the assassin's fire. They have a little snipe off. Crosshair seems to have the advantage. He snipes the sniper out of the clone assassin's hands, and then it's reduced to a pistol for the assassin and then a vibroblade. Crosshair gets the vibroblade and the pistol or whatever out of the clone assassin, so now it's just a hand-to-hand combat fight. But the clone assassin seems to get the edge. They're swept into a river as well, and then Crosshair just gets punched out. The clone assassin's like, "You could have been one of us." So obviously the assassin knows Crosshair from that, from the recruitment and training and stuff, and starts freaking drowning. Crosshair. That was pretty tense. But then Hauser is the one to save Crosshair. So that was really nice to see. Now they're almost ready to escape, but then Wolffe drops in. And then we finally get the scene we've been waiting for. So we know Wolffe joins up with Rex and then later Gregor in Rebels. So I feel like we're going to see how that happens at the end of this season too, because we know all of these clones aren't living together. Like, they're not in a peaceful thing. We see only Wolffe, Rex, and Gregor just living their life on a random planet in reused walker from the Clone Wars era. So we don't know what happens to the other clones, but we know that Rex, Wolffe, and Gregor are the only ones that separate and end up living together. But we finally see Rex and Wolffe come together and meet for the first time. It's a great shocker because Wolffe recalls that Rex was killed on the Venator crash with Ahsoka and the whole company onto the planet or ice moon or whatever that was. The records showed that Rex was killed in that, but Rex obviously was alive. So Wolffe was really shocked about that. It was really cool. They both tell their squads to drop their, or stand down. It's a touching scene. Rex takes off his helmet. Wolffe takes off his helmet. Wolffe looks so good, especially with the eye replacement. Oh, it's so cool because he's blind in one eye, so it's really cool to see that. Oh man. But then Rex, Wolffe is obviously still after them. He needs to arrest them and take Omega. But Rex is like, "Hey, you're doing the wrong thing here. We're not fighting against you. We're fighting against the Empire. You're a good soldier, Wolffe. Look what you're doing. You're kidnapping a child. You're taking a child away from her squad. Think about what you're doing. You're better than this." And as we see Echo come to pick them up, Wolffe tells his squad to stand down. They're not going to capture them. They're not going to arrest them. And Rex and the Bad Batch and Omega, they are allowed to leave. And then Hilo, I think the clone commando serving under Wolffe, is like, "But sir, they're traitors." And then Wolffe is like, "Yeah, perhaps, but they're clones. We owe them that." And it's just really cool to see Wolffe say that, the camaraderie all the clones have with each other. It's amazing to see. Even Wolffe, who still is serving the Empire, is like, "What? The Empire wouldn't test on clones. They wouldn't do this to us." He's still very much on the Empire's side, but he lets them go because to him, his brothers are more important to his loyalty with the new Empire. He cares more for his basically family than he does for the mission that he's sent on, which I think is pretty respectable. I like to see that. Wolffe, man, is a G. thanks, Wolf. It's so good to see you. But then the ending is, Rex tells Hunters like, "Hey, you need to find out why the Empire likes Omega so much and why they want her so much in order for you to protect her. Because if you don't know why they're after her, you're not gonna know why you need to protect her or what you need to protect her from. So, and Omega is in grave danger, and so Rex tells Hunter, you need to find out why the Empire's after her if you want to protect her." And then he's also like, "Yeah, I've lost. I thought the end to the war would. It's the line from the trailer where Rex says, "I thought the end of the war would mean losing more of our brothers, but I was wrong." And yeah, so now they need to keep fighting for their brothers and make sure they don't lose as many of their brothers as possible. So it was a really good arc, really good 2 episodes, a lot of action, a lot of stuff in there. I really enjoyed it, and I think a lot of people enjoyed this. I'm interested to see what even people who don't like these shows that Disney has made, to see their opinions. As you know, I'm a big fan of Star Wars Theory. He obviously liked these episodes, but he's in a podcast with 2 people that really don't like the new stuff for the most part that Disney is making with Star Wars. But I'm pretty interested to see what they have to say, because I feel like they couldn't be too negative on this. This was pretty good in my opinion. I don't see how anyone could really hate these episodes. But anyways, that's what I thought. I would give these episodes probably an 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. As I said, this show keeps on increasing with quality. It's really good to see, and I hope the ending is going to deliver a bang, and I hope they do some really cool stuff, because we still got Ventress, Cad Bane, and Fennec showing up later. We're almost halfway through the show, and we haven't seen them yet, so I'm really interested to see how they come into play with all of this. So with that being said, I'll get this video up. It'll be up later than normal, but I just got off work and stuff, so, and realized I didn't make the video like I should have yesterday. So here it is now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you for the for Bristol NASCAR race. We'll see you then.